Catalyst Game Labs in 2019 celebrates 35 years of BattleTech. The first releases are already available from your friendly local game store. They are the BattleTech Beginner Box with everything you need to get started. 2 high-quality miniatures, quick start rules, a map sheet, cards to represent your Mech Warrior's unique skills, 2 dice, wet erase record sheets, 12-page rulebook, 4-page universe primer, and more. Now, BattleTech, a game of armored combat, is another beefier box for after you're done with the beginner box. It includes 8 more miniatures and pilot cards, 2 double-sided maps, dice, 56-page rulebook, record sheet, 16-page universe primer, and other things. And then we have Shattered Fortress, a dark era sourcebook. Shattered Fortress chronicles the twilight of BattleTech's dark age, as nations are thrown into turmoil and predators circle the broken remnants of the Republic of the Sphere. MSRP for BattleTech Beginner Box is $20 US. BattleTech, a game of armored combat, is $50, and Shattered Fortress is $30. Catalyst Game Labs in 2019 celebrates 30 years of Shadowrun. We already have 2 releases with more to come. First, there's the PDF version of the sourcebook Shadowrun No Future, which allows you to dive deep into the culture of the 6th world with information on music acts, street movies, sports, and new voices merging from the underground. No Future is a cyberpunk sourcebook that details the culture and everyday life of the Shadowrun setting and is useful for whatever version of Shadowrun you play. Then we have a Shadowrun Anarchy Chicago Chaos, which contains contract briefs, characters, and plot information for Shadowrun Anarchy players. The rules-light, easy-to-play version of Shadowrun, providing the details and resources needed to let players jump into the chaos, fighting bizarre enemies, digging up pieces of the buried past, and seeing what they can make out of a once broken city. Shadowrun No Future is available as PDF for $30 for a limited time. Shadowrun Anarchy Chicago Chaos PDF plus book bundle can be bought for $50. Links, as always, in the video description. Paizo Publishing has partnered with the creators of Dragons and Things for them to be an officially licensed company and use both Pathfinder and Starfinder RPGs on their stream on Twitch. Starring Eric Reddick, Diana Restrepo, Ben Birch, Ashley Seal, Adam Rady, and James Rodehaver, Dragons and Things is a group of actors from Los Angeles who play Pathfinder every Friday live on Twitch since 2017. The cast chats with the audience live every week. Fans influence the game itself in a dynamic story that leaves even the GM guessing what might happen next. So far, they have focused on traditional fantasy games using the Pathfinder role-playing game, but with the official license of Paizo Publishing, it's very likely they'll either have a session in space with Starfinder or maybe even a second weekly stream with the second Paizo game. You can catch up with them every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv and also on Facebook and Telegram. Kickstarter Hunter's Books is crowdfunding Icarus, How Great Civilizations Fall, a mix of RPG in a macroscopic level and a dice stacking game. If you ever played games such as The Quiet Year or Tales of the Arabian Nights, you're probably familiar with this game format. Rather than individual stories or adventurers going on dungeon crawling adventures, players will take on the roles of diplomats, scientists, marshals, actors, politicians, and business moguls, as they describe events taking place over months and sometimes years, helping shape the fall of a powerful civilization in the span of 90 minutes of play. And for players of games like Outbreak Undead, Apocalypse World, or any other dystopian or post-apocalyptic systems, Icarus effectively puts a world Bible into your hands that can be used to immediately jump into a fully realized and player-generated universe, where characters are intimately tied to the history and lore of the world they must now fight to stay alive in. Icarus will be on Kickstarter for 3 more weeks and has already surpassed the base goal, but there are plenty more stretch goals to reach. Check it out through the link in the video description. Kickstarter! Indie Boards and Cards have just launched crowdfunding for the 4th adventure in the deck building game Aeon's End, a cooperative deck building game of post-apocalyptic fantasy survival for 1, 2, 3, or 4 players. Aeon's End, The New Age, is a completely standalone expansion to Aeon's End containing 8 new mages, 4 new nemesis, 200 player cards, and more than 100 new nemesis cards. This expansion also introduces the Expedition system, which allows players to replay existing content in a short campaign. Each each game, players receive new treasures and player cards that allow them to become more powerful. However, the nemesis that players face also grows stronger with each battle. Indie boards and cards have successfully kickstarted and delivered 2 scores of products, and Ian's End: The New Age is already a hit after only a couple of days up. Check it out through the link in the video description.